Hello, everybody. My name is Zach Mark. I'm guest hosting this Friday night free-for-all edition of the Nightly Nuge. Uncle Ted, good to see you. How are you doing?
Good to see you, Zach. I got to tell you, we've been driving home the political pain and suffering for the last few days, so it's great to see you. Our prayers are with your dad. He is a great, great man, rock solid in the asset column, as is the entire Mark family. So we're representing the best of the best at Nightly Nuge. And Zach, I got to tell you, since we're representing the best of the best, and you know that the soundtrack for freedom, life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness happens to come from electric guitars, you, sir, are rock solid in the asset column, the best of the best. Now let's talk about music right now. My new record, Detroit Muscle, made it to #2 in the world, which proves that people still love guitar playing. Now how old are you, Zach?
I am 34, going on 35, and I do want to talk about your new record. From the sing-alongs, Come and Take It. You know, my favorite riff is American Campfire, but my favorite song as a whole, especially lyrically, is Alaska. Can you talk a little bit about that song?
Well, and again, as a younger guy, I'm twice your age. I think that the Chuck Berry, Bo Diddley, Little Richard, that black, spiritual, emotional, defiant, uppity, grinding rhythm that drives your guitar playing as a guy half my age. And even though we have the heavy metal bands, whether it's Metallica or Anthrax or Pantera, some of these other extremely Caucasian heavy metal bands, which I'm a big fan, but I come from a darker grind groove of Motown. And one of the reasons that you love American Campfire is because it's not that far removed from a Chuck Berry rhythm. I mean, I'll play the American Campfire riff right now. It goes. But you hear those little, I got goosebumps, it's proof. But the song Alaska is another perfect example of my spirit soundtrack. We've all been to Alaska. There's something extremely emotional about the magnificence of God's creation, the mountains and the valleys and the grizzlies and the caribou and the moose and the mountain goats and the sheep and the wolverines. So all my music forever, and I know you know my music well, as many people do. Real music lovers love my real music. Whether it's with the Amboy Dukes, a song called Loaded for Bear, Living in the Woods, Migration, Hibernation, Homebound, Earth Tones, Fred Bear, Great White Buffalo. I've always instinctively unleashed my core instincts about my love of the natural lifestyle of hunting and fishing. So the song Alaska, it almost started out as an acoustic because it has a lot of arpeggio things going that. But you hear all that? There's a whole lot of chicka going on there. That song represents my core cravings for rhythmical R&B hinted rock and roll, especially, oh, Alaska, what are they doing to you? What are they trying to prove? It's all a game, and it's all insane. I first went to Alaska, Zach, with my bow and arrow, my first compound. It was a Jennings Super T. Set at 82 pounds, by the way. Boy, I was strong. And every hunter, every nature lover, epitomized by the hunting lifestyle, dreams of Alaska, dreams of the wildness of Canada, dreams of the wildness of the western U.S., maybe even the Everglades of Florida, certainly Africa and Asia and the red stags of Scotland, Inverness. Hunting, fishing, and trapping has always been the heart and soul of respect and reverence as participants in God's miracle of renewable nature. And in Alaska, I was also painfully aware of the Exxon Valdez, and when you get drunk, you ruin everything. and the captain was drunk and wrecked his Exxon Valdez and destroyed nature widespread. And then also the mistreatment of the Inuit, the native peoples up there, and the dishonesty of the proper subsistence hunting. Subsistence includes wise use, not massive slaughter so you can feed backstraps from the caribou by the hundreds to your sled dogs. When you don't even use the sled dogs, you use Honda three-wheelers that you've wrecked four this year. I could go on and on, but you're getting the point. So Alaska, I love you. Alaska embodies the last frontier, not just of Alaska geographically, but of our spirit of wanderlust, adventure, and participating, bloody hands getting food, clothing, shelter, tools, medicine, spirit from that caribou, from that moose, from that deer, from that antelope, from that bear. So my conservation ethic of revering God's natural creation through utility and value is, I think, epitomized in certainly the song Alaska on Detroit Muscle, but also Tooth, Fang, and Claw years ago. Certainly the spirit of the buffalo, the song Fred Bear. So it's interesting. I'm the only guy on the planet, Zach that actually that juxtaposes and the confluence of my unleashed rock and roll fury and my love of nature, and it comes out in the song like Alaska. So I appreciate that people. You're not the only one, by the way, that has contacted me through my Facebook and my Ted Nugent Spirit Campfire and on the Not So Mean Streets of America. People love that song, so thank you for that.
Yes, I would definitely love to see that in the set list this summer. And before we go, quick question. I know you're getting ready to go out on tour. With a catalog as lengthy and as yours, how do you even figure out a rehearsal for a set list? How do you go putting that together before a tour?
I just come in to rehearsal with Greg Smith on bass and Jason Hartless on drums with no plans, no predictions, and I let my musical cravings dictate. I don't believe I could ever do a concert without playing Stranglehold. For myself, because before I'm the music deliverer, the music creator, I'm the music fan. So I'm going to play Gonzo. I mean, who doesn't want to play So it's just a roll of the dice, Zach. I know what I love to hear, but I have so many. If I played all my favorite Ted Nugent songs, I'd be up there for 7 days because I've got so many killers going back. Even Baby Please Don't Go on the Amboy Dukes' first album, 1967. Do you realize I started playing Baby Please Don't Go by Joe Williams probably as early as 1958? So we still play that song once in a while because it goes back to that original. How do you not want to play a song I've been playing for 65 years? So, Zach, thank you for that. Detroit Muscle is a great record. People that love music love the record. And I want everybody to know that Zach is a killer guitar player. And I think music right up there with God. Am I right? God, family, country, music, and hunting are maybe the holy grail. God, family, country, music, not country music, but God, family, the country of America. Music and real music, not country music.
As I say, you had me worried there.
Don't worry. I love Blake Shelton and Toby Keith are great friends. John Ritchie's, all those guys, by the way, they don't have country bands. They got rhythm and blues bands. They just happen to play sappy music.
Well, speaking of Detroit Muscle, I'd like to give a shout out to Seth Gooch from California, who went to Hunt the Vote sign the pledge, put in the Patriot code TNNUSA, and he's going to win a signed copy of your new CD, Detroit Muscle. And I will also throw in a copy of one of my acoustic CDs, Smiles of Sadness, as well. So
Great.
he's going to get extra signed stuff. And Uncle Ted, I think I had so much fun. Let's do it again tomorrow night. Maybe talk a little bit of hunting.
I got you. Zach, thank you very much. Our prayers are with your dad and your family in America. Everybody keep a positive spirit. And remember, good music, grinding, soulful, emotional, middle finger on fire soundtrack music is just what the doctor ordered during these very treacherous and painful times. So thank you, Zach, for that. And thank you for adding the Zach Mark album CD in with the Ted Nugent Detroit Muscle to the winner. Good choice, man.